Tomorrow our church celebrates the feast day of Saint Simon the Canaanite. The following are some details on his life and works. Simon was the bridegroom at whose wedding Jesus appeared. His wedding feast was the scene of the Lord's first miracle, the changing of water into wine. More important than the act itself, that of a true miracle, was the fact that it established the divinity of Christ and was an indication of the many wonders to come. As a zealot, a member of the semi-revolutionary party organised in 6 to 7 AD to resist the census ordered by the governor Quirinius, Simon was an anti-Roman reactionary who also became a follower of Christ. According to holy tradition, Simon was present at the first Pentecost, where he pledged his life to spreading the message of Christianity wherever he could make himself heard. With the other apostles, he embarked on many missionary journeys to remote and often hostile corners of the then-known world. He carried his crusade for the acceptance of Christ into Africa and Mauritania, where he established the first of his many Christian churches. As an innovator and visionary, his winning ways won converts where others failed. As one of the zealots opposed to the tyranny of Rome, Simon was a man to be feared. As a Christian, he was a man to be respected. Finally, as an apostle of Jesus Christ, he came to be revered, although he attained a stature that perhaps has never loomed as large as that of the great Peter. Simon's missionary routes extended beyond the continental limits of Europe. It is generally accepted that in the 3 years of his missionary work, Jesus never went beyond 200 miles or so from the place where he was born. Although all 12 disciples scattered themselves in their respective missions to countries throughout many lands of Asia Minor, Europe, and northern Africa, especially Alexandria, none was more travelled than Simon, whose missionary wanderings took him as far as England, as well as to other strange lands with stranger still languages. There were areas not only of spiritual darkness, but of ignorance as well, where the Bible was unheard of and the pyramids yet unknown. Only men such as Simon would have undertaken such improbable missions, and only men such as Simon could have succeeded. Simon's ardour brought him to the deeply pagan land which is now England, where he was to spend his remaining years. The record of his word in England is clouded by a dark early history of paganism in this region, but it is known that he never ceased to preach the gospel, not even when he was finally set upon by the hostile heathens and tortured to death. The feast day of Saint Simon is celebrated on May the 10th.